Okay, first of all, thank you very much for joining this wonderful UiPath and the SQL Server integrations between session. So now, we'll see this total 2 to 3 hours session. So what we can see, we can see first the basics SQL, what is a database, and tables, some queries. Okay, so SQL, and then we will go to the UiPath and we'll just understand what are the activities are available in the UiPath to integrate with the SQL Server to do some database manipulations. Okay, so this is we'll see, and then yeah, so we'll just do some operations using the UiPath from the UiPath to the database. Okay, so let us see first of all what is the database. So let's understand the database. So I'm just opening the notepad and we'll discuss here. Okay, so we'll discuss here. Let us see what is a database first of all. Database, basically, okay. So database is basically it's like so storing the data, right? So can you just type in chat window? So what do you mean by database? Like so, some words, whatever is coming into your mind when I say a word called database, just type in chat window. So what do you think about database? Don't write a paragraph. Just yeah, to store the data for future access. Perfect. Okay. So any others? Store the data. Excellent. Any more? Collection of tables. Okay, good point. Okay, so I'm just typing the whatever collection of tables, store the data, structure data. Excellent. Okay. Nice point. Okay, structure data. Okay. Yeah, any more? And to store the data for so thanks. Yeah, structure. Thanks, Venu, Ayappa, Karnakar, Upendra, and Ravi Kumar. Okay, so Ravi Kumar, Ravi Kiran, sorry. Store the data into the rows and columns. Okay. To store the data into rows and columns in the table. Okay. So, on database is a store the data day-wise historical. Okay, so day-wise and historical data. Okay. So perfect. Okay. So first, this is used to database is the word database is used to store the data. Okay. So normally where and all we store the data. So we store the data in the text files and Excel files, right? So multiple files also we can store. But why we need the database? Okay. So database is it's like a so storing the store and manage and retrieve the data a large amount of data. Okay, so where we can see like so historical data, something like so every day, every second you are generating the data for some domains, like so weather reports or something like a stocks or so multiple real-time applications. We will get the data every time. So sometimes the data is coming from the sensors. They have to store and keep into the some database and manage the database and retrieve the database retrieve the data whenever they want to for reports and these kind of things. Okay. So, so in this, yeah, the collection of tables, so it has a tables and we are using for the future reference based on the data only we can decide. So, for example, imagine you have a manufacturing company, okay? So where you are manufacturing a products, any products, just imagine, okay, cars or so two-wheelers or any products, okay, automobiles or so electrical components, okay? So if you store the data, the daily sales, and these things are all. So then you can understand to make the decisions for the future to grow your business. So which product is selling very fast and which area is getting the more orders for this particular these things, right? So the particular product, okay. So to do the some future the growth and make the perfect decisions, we need the data. So okay, so then where and all we are using the this particular databases. Okay, so can you just list down the businesses or applications? So anything, okay. So our domains, just list down the domains, okay. Some domains where we are using the database. Just forget about the SQL or MS SQL or nothing Oracle, okay. Yeah, got it. Okay, so banking, go like that. List down the so whatever you are regularly daily basis where you are using the applications or websites or anything, okay, so you can just name the domain or name the application name like a Swiggy or Zomato or some Ola, right? So that means so multiple okay, Uber, Flipkart, yeah, exactly. Flipkart, social media, yeah, social media, and insurance, healthcare. Okay, so bang, whatever you was typing, I'm just typing here. So whatever you're typing in the chart window, I'm just typing, retyping here. Banking and what else? E-commerce. Right. Okay, Flipkart came under that. Okay, CRM, customer relationship management, and at present everywhere, excellent. Okay, so in the apps, if you see the mobile apps, okay, so they are storing the data. Okay, so based on the data only, they are just deciding so to give the best service to the customers first of all. Okay, so for example, if you open any YouTube shorts or YouTube videos, okay, so they are just giving the recommended videos or suggested videos. How they are just giving the specific video to the specific person because so their history of the what okay, the browsing history of the what type of videos they are just spending a lot of time, much time. So they based on that, so the in the backgrounds it will pick the all the corresponding or related videos and showing, right? So Flipkart, yeah, so they are just yeah, they have to store the product details and the price and customer details. Give me 1 second. Yeah, sorry. So someone is struggling to join this session, so that's why they called. Yeah, so social media, like so you have a multiple social media, like so Facebook and Instagram and all the coming under the social media. So they are just storing the data. Okay, so everywhere we have a yeah, so data behind that. Okay, so based on that only, yeah, so we're just these are all the applications. Okay, so which they are using, which is used database in the background to store the large data and also one point someone mentioned it is a structured data. Okay, here Venu mentioned like a it is a structured data. Okay, data structured data in the sense so it's like a so rows and Ravikiran mentioned like as a rows and columns. Okay, rows and columns. Okay, so if we have a data. Okay, so in the real world, we have a data. So in the data, so in the data, so you can see structured data, unstructured data. Okay, the structured data is like so where the data is arranged in the rows and columns. That is called structured data. Okay, so database means it is a purely stored the structured data, not like a non-structured data, like a scanned copy or some PDFs, right? So some documents, resumes. These are all the unstructured data. Okay, and email body. This is the unstructured data. Okay, so we're just having the rows and columns in the tables, and that is called structured data. Now, let us see the what is a DBMS? DBMS means database management system. Okay, so how? we can call it as a RPA, robotic process automation, right? Robotic process automation, that is not a separate tool. This is a concept. Robotic process automation is like a concept where we can automate you with the less coding or no coding. Okay, so like that. So DBMS is a database management system, so where it has some rules, so multiple rules. So to implement the DBMS, you have a multiple companies coming and release the tools like a Oracle and SQMS. Microsoft released the SQL Server. Okay, okay, MS MySQL, right? PostgreSQL or SQLite. Right? Multiple database. How we have a RPA, robotic process automation is a concept. To implement the robotic process automation, so we have multiple tools like a UiPath, Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, Power Automate, like that. So the DBMS is a concept. So to implement the DBMS, okay, you have a multiple tools available in the markets. Multiple companies are releasing the multiple tools. Okay, so basically, so if you call it as a DBMS, there is a something main basic operations like a crude operations. Okay, so what is a crude operations? Crude means C means create, create a database or create a table. Okay, read. So basically, retrieve the data. So getting the data, get, extract data, or select data, fetching the data. That is a read. R means read data, and U means update, update data. So if you have a already existing data, you can update the data. So some values for the specific records. Okay. D means delete, delete data. Okay, so this is a basic concept of the DBMS, database management systems. Okay, so what we will do today, so we'll just take this tool, MS SQL Server. So to do some crude operations. Okay, so create, read, and update, delete. So you can just okay. So keep in mind this is a crude operations. Basically, we will do with the any database. So then coming to the okay, so main MS SQL server. So I'm just opening the MS SQL server. So SQL server. So I already shared the links and in the group. So that means so how to install. There is a two steps. So we have to install. So I will reshare that into the group. So after this session, so you can install and practice the SQL. Okay. So to do operations with the SQL MS SQL server, so you have a MS Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio has to install into your computer. Okay. So here there is to connect to the server, you have two things. One is a SQL Server authentication. So see here, so Windows authentication or SQL Server authentication. Okay. So as it is installed in your local, I'm just using the Windows authentication. Okay. So normally sometimes what will happen? So the database is installed into the some other server. The server has a server IP address or server name and the credentials, username and password. Okay. So in that time, so you can just select the SQL Server authentication to connect to the server in the cloud or somewhere else. So I'm just connecting to the Windows authentication. Windows authentication, it is connected in my local. So just open the databases and first initially, so you should have a database. Database, you have to create a database. After creating the database, you can create a tables. After creating a database, you can create a tables. Okay, so now to create a database, I'll just right click and click on the create. Create, so we can just take something so uh, which we suggested like it's social media, this is the e-commerce. I'm just taking the Flipkart database, Flipkart or e-commerce database. So once you right click on the databases and click on the new database, and you have to give the database name and click on the OK. So then it will create a database for us. Okay. So open the database, you have a tables. So by default, there is no tables. Okay, so there are only system tables and file tables. This is all. Just click on the new query. Okay, so where we can write a SQL queries. Okay, see here. So what is that? SQL queries. After to do the CRUD operations. So in the MS SQL, so we can use a SQL. So structured query language. So basically, what is SQL? What is SQL? This is a language. Okay, language to communicate with database. Normally, so we need any language to communicate with the each and every person. For example, so if you want to interact with the a Kerala person, so you should know the Kerala language to communicate. Okay. So what is that mean national language? That is a Hindi, right? International language is English. Okay. So why we have to learn the English to communicate with the any person in the world? Okay. So because so if you want to communicate with the Tamilians, okay, so you don't know Tamil, but you know the English, and that person is also know the English. So then this is easy to communicate with the that particular person, right? So how we have a programming languages to communicate with the computer in the same way, SQL is a structured query language. Structured query language. It has some structure. The name itself you have to understand. It has some structure. So you have to follow the same structure to communicate with the database. So if you know the language, just imagine, okay, so any language, if you know the Hindi, you can communicate with the Hindi person very well. Okay, so how much you know Hindi or how much you know the language? For example, so let's imagine the Kannada language. Okay, the Kannada friend is there, so he know only Kannada. He don't know anything else. You know only Telugu. You don't know anything else. So how the Telugu and Kannada people communicate? Okay, so they have to learn a common language. Whether the Telugu person has to learn Kannada or Kannada person has to learn Telugu, or they have both has to learn English. Okay, so if the Telugu person is trying to learn the Kannada and to communicate with that his friend Kannada person, so see, so how much he learn well, okay, how much he know more words, understand? So if he know the more words in the Kannada, he can communicate well. Okay, if you know the less words in the Kannada, he is communicating. So he will struggle to communicate with the that Kannada person. In the same way, if you want to communicate with the database, you have to know the a language that is a structured query language. You are just query means question. You are just asking the a database by using the SQL. Okay, so in the SQL, that is called SQL, structured query language. That is a language to communicate with the database. That's it. Okay, so then, so what is the structure? Okay, so basically a table is called a structure. Okay, structure or a structured data. So it has a rows and columns. So that's it. Okay, rows and columns. Rows is like a entries. Okay, for example, if you have a student data table, each student record is a one entry. If you have a customer data table, each customer details is a one entry, and columns is a fields, customer name, customer ID, customer phone number, email ID, right? So city names. So these are all the fields. Whenever you go to the outside and filling the forms, so each form has some fields. So those fields call a columns. Now to do this interaction, so first there is a two things. Okay, all the SQL commands are divided into the two parts. One is a DML, okay, DDL. DDL called data definition language. Okay, so the table has two things. Okay, the table has two things. For example, so name, comma age, comma city, comma joining date. Right. So Suresh, comma age 23, the 24, comma Ongol, comma joining date is a 12-09-2021. Right. See, so Rajesh. comma 45, comma Hyderabad, so 11 hyphen 08 hyphen 2022, right? So if you see this is a table, so this structure is a definition. Okay, each table has a what? A definition. Definition in the sense how many columns are there. Okay, this is the definition. This is a data. So if you want to interact with a definition, like so what is the type, whether how many number of characters we can allow into the name column, or age, is there any age is having the conditions, or age is what type, because each column has a type in the world. So each field has a type, what type of data you are going to insert into this particular column. Okay. For example, if you ask the age in the real time, so they can't say like my age is XYZ, right? So they can say only the numbers. Okay. So based on that, you can decide the a type of the column. City is a varchar type. Okay. Okay. So like this, you have each and every column has a type. So what I'm saying is, if this is a table and this is a definition, so if you want to interact with the definition, that is called DDL commands. What is that? DDL commands means data definition language. DDL means data definition language. So what are all the DDL commands? DDL commands is like a create, alter, drop, truncate. Okay. So DDL commands are create. For example, if you want to create a table, okay. So just let us ask the ChatGPT. So we take in the Flipkart, right? So we'll ask the something like a list down some tables. Okay? List down some tables, simple tables related to core database. Something. So there is some spelling mistake, but I copied from the chart. Okay. So see here. So yeah, so there is a multiple. Okay. So multiple. Uh, okay. Yeah, I will receive the recording, so no problem. So this session is recording after the session, so I will give the access to all the emails what and all you give in the file registration to this one. Okay. Okay, so let us see. So this is a table structure. Okay, so user ID, user ID. So because the Flipkart has a users login, right? So let us say something like a create table is the keyword. Okay, so to do the this operation, so you can create a database, so you can create a table. Okay, so create table. So each and everything has a syntax. Okay, create table and table name. So table name is like a, so we can just take the table name of the users table. Okay. Okay. Users table. Users are active users. So after that, so you have to give the brackets and give the names. Okay. So names of the tables. For example, user ID, username. Okay. Let us say user ID or user ID. Uh, User ID integers. So each every column you have to decide the column data type. Okay. So then user name. So name, that is a n varchar. Okay. So n varchar is a type. Okay. So I'm just mentioning the 200 characters you can just fit into the particular. So you have a data types for the each and every column. So then you can just ask the email ID. Email ID n varchar 200 or 250, something like that. So then you can give a few fields. Okay. So name, email ID, phone number, address. Okay. City, name, and where care 200. Okay. Phone number, and where care. DOB, date of birth. So date, time, okay, or date, okay, and registration date, okay, registration date, okay. This is also a date, okay. So, for example, here, so while we are entering, while we are creating the table, okay, so I'm just creating the table. Okay. So once we create a, so select and click on the execute, okay. So once you create a table, so it will show the, what is the command is successful or not, okay. So we created the table, so there's a create, and if you just refresh the tables here, so it will show the table which we created just now. That is the active users, and within that, so what all the columns are there? So all the columns and the data types are there. So these are creating the table. Okay. So if you want to something like so what is the next? So if you want to retrieve the data, if you can just simply use the select sort from this table. Okay. So I'm just pressing the F5 in the keyboard to execute, and there is a only the data definition is there, but no nothing is there. So it's just a definition. Okay. Now, so if you want to alter the table, for example, alter table. Okay. Alter table name. Alter table table name. So then what you are altering. So if you want to add the new column, add, for example, how many columns are there? Customer ID, customer username, right? So email ID, city name, phone number, date of birth, registration date. Okay. So if you want to ask the a few more, like so a few more. So what else we can ask? What else we can ask about the customer? Okay. You can give the a name of the column. Okay. Okay, so we can create the name of the column. So what is the name? Just suggest. I'm just saying the suppose customer address. Okay, so that is a n var char 500 because the address is a bigger one. So, but if I just execute it, is showing the error. So because see, if you want to create a column. So here, so the column name does not have a space. Okay. That's why it won't show error. Okay. So if you want to, if you can just write like this or write like this with the underscore, or if you want to give space, you can give the a brackets at least. Okay. A square bracket. So this is like a, so adding and just simply right click and select the, you can just select top 1,000 records. Okay. So it will show all the records. So what happens? Customer address is also came. That means so we are created the table and alter the table. Alter the table in the sense, so you are altering the table to add the new column which is not created. So while creating the table. So even so for example, alter alter a column. So the column name, you can mention that like so phone number or number to int. Okay. So for example, if I alter like this, what will happen? Usually, the when I create the phone number, okay, so when I create the table, so we give the phone number as a n varchar. But after that, so what we have, we alter the a table data type from n varchar to the integer. So that means alter command is altering the structure of the, that is a metadata. Metadata in the sense the definition. What is the column name, column data type, and column these things and all. Alter the I'm just altering back here. Okay, so if I just see here, so phone number is an integer. If I refresh the table here, so see it is an varchar. So that is a alter. So drop means, for example, the active users is there. If I just drop, so the drop is a command. Drop table name. This is a command to drop the table. Drop in the sense it will just remove or remove from the whole database. For example, if you just drop, there is no data table like this. For example, here, so we have active users. If I refresh the database, the Flipkart database does not have any table. For example, if I try to select the statement, select start from this one. Okay, so it is a invalid object. Okay, so that means we don't have any table. So when you drop the table. It's not a drop, is not like it's a dropping the data. So we're dealing with the DDL commands, data definition language. So for example, let's create again. Okay? So let's create again. And this one, I'm just creating a something like a uh, identity. Identity 1 comma 1 means, so this one, it will increment by 1. Okay. Okay, so for example, increment by one means, so first we have to give the first record is one, next record is a two, next is a three, like that it will increment. Okay, so that is a identity. So apart from the data type, so you have a some more constraints are there. Okay, so for example, let's say age. Okay? Age is an integer. So here int. Okay. So and also registration date. Okay, so you can just give the so default value for this is a get date. So because if I say if you want to get the current date and time of the system, select get date. Okay, so if I select the only selected, if I select the any query and execute, so this will give the only selected query. That means so get date is a function, so where we can get the date and time. Now, so this is a default value. The default value in the sense, if you don't queue, if you don't pass any value here, so automatically it will take the current date and time. Okay. So under age, so here, so the username is a not null. Okay. So these are all the some constraints. So where you can just particularly this is a definition, and you strictly give the some conditions. Okay, so not null means so don't pass null because username is a very mandatory. Okay, so it's not like an optional. Okay, so while inserting the data into this table, if the user enters is not entering the username, then it won't allow. Okay, because username is a mandatory. So like that. So not null is a some command. Okay. So and also suppose this is a unique. Okay. So I'm just mentioning the unique. Unique in the sense emails are unique. Are because so user has an email, that email should be unique. So one user cannot enter the same email ID for the second user, right? So this kind of thing, unique, not null, or you can mention the same here also. Anything you can mention like this. Got it? So these are all the separately I'm just telling, but you can just apply multiple things because it is, you see here, I'm just applying all the things here. Okay. So that means it is a auto identity, that means increment by one, but unique, unique in the sense it won't allow the duplicate values, and not null. That means it should have a value for like that. Okay. So, okay. So, and also here, check. There is like a age is greater than it should be less than 100. Okay, so they should not enter the something like a so less than equal to 100. So they can't enter the 200, 250, 300, 500 like that. So you can give the constraints like a so check also check and unique and what is that, not null. So these kind of multiple the defaults, these kind of things are there. So let's create a table with these two. Okay, so the table is created. Let's refresh. So the table is there, right? So it has all the columns with the all the constraints. Okay. Now let us try to insert the data. Okay. So to insert the data, that's actually a DML commands. DML commands are select, insert, update, delete. Okay. So it's a very simple concept. Database is a very simple concept. So your UiPath developer should know about these concepts. If you know more database knowledge, that definitely it is a plus for you're trying for the more you will get the more opportunities. Okay, so let us see. So DDL commands is a data definition language where you can just work on the definition of the table, and DML commands is a data manipulation language, that is a data within the table. It's not like a structure or metadata. It is a data within the table where we are doing the operations like selecting the data, inserting the data, updating the data, and deleting the data. Let us insert the data to here. Okay, so the insert syntax is a insert into what table we are inserting. So this is a table. Okay, and here values. So in this value, so I'm just mentioning the one comma, there is a customer ID, username Hari Babu, and so as it's a n varchar, I'm giving into the single quotes, but if it's an integer, you can just directly give the value. Okay. Now email ID hari.babu@gmail.com, something like that. And after that, let's enter the values here. So city name. City name is like I said, Kochi, and next is a phone number. I'm just mentioning some random phone number. Then age 34. Then I'm just giving the date of birth. That is as it is a date. I'm just giving like so 04-05 1991. Okay. Then what is the next one? Okay. What is the next one? Next one is a registered date. That is a you can give the registered. So yesterday they registered, so that's why I'm just giving the 19 hyphen. So that means 10 hyphen 19 hyphen 2024. Okay, so this is the brackets. So the values which we are enclosed with the brackets and insert into this is the syntax. Okay, you can get the syntax from the so internet or okay. So this one, okay. So now, so what it is saying, so expected the value, so can only the specify when the column list is a identity. Okay. So what we can do, we can just remove this one and try again. So what it is saying, let us run this one. Yeah, one record inserted, and just insert command is this. Okay, insert command is this, and select is a select star. Star means all the columns from the table. Okay, select star from this table. So what will happen? Select star from table. Okay, and just let me open the a new query window here. Start. See, automatically the user ID came as one, okay, because we gave the auto identity. So we didn't give, so we removed the a number, okay, but it is automatically coming. So let's insert the another uh, Jagadish. Jaga, okay, he is living Trivandrum. His phone number is 44 years old, and he is something like a 1988. So and I'm just not giving this one. So I'm not giving the let us try with the not giving the registration date. Okay. Okay, so it's not a column name and number of supplied values. It does not apply. That means so whatever. So how many columns? Just ignore the identity because it's automatically increment. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we pass the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only. 7 we have to pass. Okay. So if you want to pass the only specific columns, okay, only specific columns, you can mention here. So what are all the columns you have to pass? Okay. I'm just passing username, comma, email ID, comma, uh, city name, comma, phone number, comma, age. So the same sequence you have to pass the values. My PBO registration date. So anyway, I'm not passing the registration date to check the default value. Whether so if I don't pass the default values. Now check the a list of the columns which we mentioned under a number of list of the columns and the values should be same. Okay. So that is 6. This is also 6. Okay. Run. So that's one row is affected. Let's try to run. See here, so automatically customer ID came because it is a auto identity. And so if you see the a date, today's date came. So we didn't give the a date. So then it is a today's date came. Okay, registration date. Now, so this is like a so insert is inserting the data table data into the data table, and let's insert the multiple rows. For example, I'm just inserting the multiple rows. How can we insert? Like this. This. Kiran, Vinay, Vinay. Okay, so Kiran dot K, yahoo.com, yahoo.com, Vinay, and this is the Vinay Babu. Vinay Babu. Vinay Babu, that is yahoo.com or hotmail.com. So different. So and here is a so let's imagine. So this is all the things you can just uh, give like a so 5, 4, 11, 1, something I'm changing. Okay, something just don't. Yeah, this is a way where you can just insert the uh, multiple combination of records at one shot. So uh, with the one query, right? One query, Bangalore, right? So this is like a so one single insert segment, and you are just writing the multiple values. Okay, so just run and see here, so it's completed. And okay, so let us go and check. So how what is the data? So the data is automatically incremented and inserted into the table as we didn't pass the registration date, so automatically it came. So now so let us check a few more things. So not null user is a not null, or for example, if I'm trying to pass, this value is a 200, okay, 200. Okay. So let's run the bot, run this one query. So what it's saying? So what it's saying, see here? So unique key constraint, okay. So for example, let us say, Vinay is like a, so Nani, okay. So Nani, and I'm just trying to run. So what will happen? Unique constraint cannot insert the duplicate key values duplicate list. That means so email is a duplicate, right? So email, okay. Nani dot n, okay, something run. So what will happen? So this is a check constraint. See here, check constraint. So that means so while you are creating the table, if you just give the some conditions and restrictions. So whenever the people are inserting the data from the application or anything, so it won't allow. Okay, so you can decide all the conditions because here what it is saying, age constraint is there, so that's why it is not allowing into the 200 into the data type. So if I say 80, it will allow. Okay. So now 80 and Nani, so I'm just running the query, and it is inserted. And here so we have a Nani record. So if I am trying to say, so Nani, Nani Babu. So Nani Babu and so age is a different and this is not a different. Try to insert. So it is not inserting because the email. So what we mentioned is email is a unique. Got it? Email is a unique. That means so nani.n email is already existed. So okay, so we're trying to insert the same email ID for the another person, but it is not allowing. See, this is called as a uniqueness. Okay. So now uh, Johnny and giving this one is empty. Okay. Empty, try to give the empty. Let us see. It's allowing, okay. Because empty itself, it is a empty is a space is a one value. Okay. For example, null, I'm just passing the null. Okay. So I'm just passing the null and there. Okay. What is it? Not null. Because we mentioned the name is a not null. So that is a thing like a, so while inserting the data, okay. So while inserting the data, so you can allow that means so restrict the a few things. Okay. Now let us see here. So update. I want to update table. the table name. So what you are updating and set or update this one set. So what you want to set, for example, if the name is Kiran, so I want to change the age. So name Kiran age is a 40 and I'm just updating the age. So what you want to update? Age I want to update to the 50 and the city name I want to update to the, what is the city name? Kakinada, right? So now I am just updating the Hyderabad. So where you have to give the where condition, where username is equal to this one. So that means so update table name. Let's run and see. So update here the Kiran automatically changes to Hyderabad and 50 age. Okay. So that means update table name and set is a keyword. After that, you have to update, give the what are all the columns equal to column equal to value, that collection. So what are all the columns you want to update, what values you have to update, the new values should give here. And so if you just run only this one, what will happen? It will update to the all the rows. So you have to give the where conditions where the specific condition like so username is equal to particular thing. Okay. So like that you can just use the update statement. That is a data. Update is a that means DML commands. Data manipulation language update. So for example, if you want to delete the record here, so delete the records where delete the records, delete delete from where username name is equal to empty. So because so you can mention like these are where customer current user ID is equal to what? 11. Okay. What will happen? So the empty value is deleted automatically. Right? Automatically the empty value. So if you just use the delete from activity users, it will delete all the records. Will delete the all the records. So for example, if you want to update, for example, updates, I want to update the all the wherever the Ongole is there. So Ongole city is there. So they are saying that so Prakasham. Okay, so let us see. So update activities, active users. Okay, that's the update is a what command? DML command. Okay, so set what we have to set city name. We have to set city name to the Prakasam. Or so all the Ongole people is moved to the Kochi. Just imagine Kochi, where city name is equal to Ongole. So what will happen? It will update automatically. If you just select here, so it will update the Ongole to the Kochi. So who are all working from the Ongole, automatically it is converted to the Kochi. That is the update statement. So, okay. Now, if I insert, for example, see, insert into, so let us bring that particular insert statement here. Insert into Lalita. Lalita at gmail.com. Okay, so now Hyderabad. Just imagine some number, like number. This is like a so 99 years old. Just imagine something. So if I insert, okay, if I insert one record, so let us see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is 6? Where is 7? Where is 8? Okay, right? After that it is a 9. Okay. If I insert, so what is the number here? It will come. Just type in chart window. So if I insert, so what is the customer ID will come? So I'm just inserting the new record. So that is a new record. Okay, so new record, I'm just inserting new record. So what number it will come? Someone has told the 6. Okay, auto identity. Just imagine auto identity will increment by 1. And here So if I insert and try to select the records, it is coming as a 13. Okay. So that means, so if I insert another one, okay, something, a new number, okay, so insert is a 14. Okay, 13, 14, 15, like that. So for example, if I try to remove the customer ID 14, just assume, so customer ID 14 I'm removing. Okay, just please listen carefully. Customer ID 14 I'm removing, and now I'm just inserting the new value. Just type in chat window which number it will come in the customer ID for the new one. Okay, okay. Muni, just type in chat window. Okay, which one it will come? Which number is coming for this new recorder? Just type in chat window. It is a 15. Okay, see how many are there? Already 13 is there. Okay, so then 14 already came and we removed, but actually it is counting from the, it won't forget the numbers, it won't reset. Okay, okay, it is an auto identity, it is not reset if you delete. Imagine if we delete, it won't reset. Okay. So last one. So what it is remembered season in the background. So that is a 14. Now if I run here, so it's a 15. It will insert as a 15. Not like a, it won't check the whether the 14 is there or not. Okay. It's a, like a 15. From 15 onwards, it will start. So if I say again, Surinder, something like this. Okay. So it is a 16. Okay, again, it is a 16 on 17. See here. So 16 on 17, 15 on 16 on 17. So it will increment by one. So it won't, it will keep the, what is the last value in the background. So, but it won't bother about the deletion on the current value. Okay. So that is the, if I just delete the 14 and 17. Okay. So now tell me if I delete the 17, just imagine. Okay. So you have to tell everyone. So I'm just using the, some in operator with 17 or 16 or 15 or 13 or 9. Okay, I'm just reading these are all the records. Okay, all the records. So using the in operator. So now let us run here. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now tell me. So you everyone has to type in the chart window. So what is the next current user ID? Okay, so I'm just typing the new one. Okay, Ayappa. Okay. So if I insert, whether it will come as a 6 or what? Okay. 6. You are all saying the 18. Okay. Let us see. Perfect. Okay. It is a 18. Okay. So what the delete statement is doing? So delete statement is a deleting the record only, not resetting the identity. Understand? It's not resetting the identity. Now let us come to the this one truncate. Okay, so we left this command in the DDL command, right? So I'm just deleting. So here, so the common question in the interview, so SQL Server, they are asking, so what is the difference between truncate and delete? Okay, so by using the delete, okay, so we have, please listen carefully. By using the delete, you can delete the specific records. That option is there or not? So we just specifically mentioned that. So 9, 13, 4, 15, 16, 17, only these records delete. Don't delete entire records. Okay. So delete command has a control of deleting the specific records. That is a one difference. Okay. That is the one difference. But truncate don't have a where condition. That means truncate has a, so it won't truncate all. So both are removing only. So delete and truncate both are removing only. But so delete command can have is delete the specific records. So now I'm just running here. See, no where condition. Just imagine no where condition. Okay, I'm just deleting entire thing. So you have to see the current user ID. Okay, so run here. all are deleted, okay, because we didn't mention the any where condition, okay. So if you don't mention any where condition, what will happen? So it will delete entire records, okay. So delete has a, you can delete entire records or specific records. That option is there. But see, we don't have any data. I'm just trying to insert something like a Ravi Babu, a new record. Just imagine a new record. So what is the current index? Now tell me. So what is the current user ID? So so we don't have any data. Okay, just try to tell in the chat window. Okay, we don't have any data. So these are empty rows. Okay, but trying to insert here one record. So I'm trying to select the records, but 19. Excellent. Okay, excellent. You are in the right. Okay, right correct page. Okay. So let us try to insert another one. Okay. Okay. So Varun. Okay. Varun, I'm just inserting here, insert, and this is also automatically. So it's not resetting the identity. Okay. So let us try to. So I saw the delete, right? I saw that. I'm just using the truncate. Okay, table name. So this is a syntax. Truncate table name. This is a data definition language command. I'm just truncating. Truncate. See, truncate, and after truncate try to select, there's no data. So before we have a two records, but now we don't have a any data. Okay, so now try to insert the one record. Okay, Arun, try to insert. So what is the current row index? Just type in the chat window, what is the current row index? Okay, current row is a, just try here one. Okay, that means it will reset. Okay, Tarun, do you understand? So it will reset. That is the different. Okay, Arun, uh, uh, Tarun. Okay, so I'm just saying that Tarun, and this is a two. Varun, Kiran. See, everything is resetted. Okay, that is called truncate. Truncate will reset the auto identity. That is the identity columns. Okay. The second difference is a delete command will not reset the identity. That's why whenever you remove the 17th record, again it is coming as a 18th, not like a 17th. Okay. So the delete will delete the data, but not deleting resetting the identity. That is the second difference. Keep in mind, or you can note it down. Okay. So truncate will reset identity column and it will come as a fresh table. Understand? So do you understand the difference between the truncate and delete? Because this is a common question in the SQL server. So they will ask what is the difference between the truncate and delete. Okay, so delete will delete, it can delete the specific table, specific rows or entire data. But it won't reset the identity columns. But truncate will delete, does not have a facility to truncate a specific rows, but it will truncate entire table, but it will reset the auto identity. That is like a suppress table. Okay. So we saw the create, alter, drop the table. Okay. So, and also if they ask that what is the delete and drop? Okay. So if they ask like this, so what is the difference? Delete will delete the only data. Understand? Delete will delete only data, not the structure. But the drop will delete entire table. For example, if I just use a drop, okay, drop table, a table name. We already saw this one. Okay, we already saw this one. So it will, we don't have a table. Okay, so what will happen? So the table will, if you just try to select, the table is not, the object is a invalid object. For example, if I just refresh this one automatically, so we don't have any table called active user. Got it? Okay. So this is a, yeah, this is like a, so delete the data, update set, and insert the data, and select visa truncate. So do you understand that daily? So are you clear about up to here? We almost covered the 1 hour. So do you all understand? Are you all okay with this one? So DDL and DML commands. Just type yes in the chat window, yes or no. So now, what we can do, let's, yeah, so we can just, yeah, we'll just go and create a table. Okay. So now, we have a user table, and products table has a product data. Okay, so orders table has a order data. That means if you see here, now we can learn about. Okay, now we can learn about this one. So we learned about the default value and the check value, right? So these are all the things. And uh, unique. So unique. So we saw unique and the default check, right? So what is the other things like? So we can just use the a primary key and foreign key. Let us see primary key and foreign key. Okay. So primary key and foreign key in the sense. So basically, if you have a, for example, let us say. Um, So you have a simple thing is like a user details and something like a order details. Okay, so from the order, so user ID is there. Okay, so for example, to understand, to give the something like so name of the user, age of the user, and okay, so phone number, the city name, and the state, the country, and the pin codes, zip code or pin code of the city, right? So, for example, okay, so by this, use, okay, let's log in. So what we can do, so we can just insert the some, see the some data, okay. So normally, if you can see, these are all the columns, okay. So name, age, uh, phone number, city name, and okay, so state, and okay, so these are all the things are there. And then again, company name, our line, company name, which company they are working. Okay. So you 20 reports data for these columns, so which is like a Indian city addresses. So if it, so let it give the what happened. Some problem. Okay, so this is the data. So I'm just copying and pasting here. So what will happen here? What will happen here? So if you see the Mumbai, okay, so Mumbai, right, Mumbai. Okay. So, right, so Mumbai, how many times is it's repeated? So Mumbai, a city name, and state, right? So country and pin code, everything is the same. So that means it is a repeating. Okay, multiple times it is repeating the whole data. So unnecessarily we are storing. So unnecessarily we are storing these are all the things because it is a common asset. Okay. So for example, Bangalore. See here, so Bangalore. Okay, so right, so multiple times Bangalore is there. Okay, so same pin code, same state, same country. Okay. So instead of storing entire thing in the simple single table, you can just take the another table like a city ID, okay, city name, state, country, pin code. Okay. Right. So, for example, like this. So, what will happen? So, what we can do? So, we can just simply move everything. So, sitting in these things and all up to here to the this table. This table. So now, how many records are there? So 22 records are there. So now I am just doing is I'm just remove duplicates. How many are there total? So actually 22 records, but duplicates. So most of them are duplicates. Okay. Now I'm saying like it's a city ST001, ST002, ST003. Okay, right. Okay, so this is the code. So what I'm just saying that so here instead of these all the things, okay, I'm just saying the city city code, something like a city ID, something city code. Okay, so the Mumbai record is what is the city code here? Mumbai is the city code. I'm just replacing this one with the city code. Okay, so what is the Bangalore city code? Bangalore is a 02. Okay, 02. Okay. So Delhi 03. Hyderabad, just check in this table. Hyderabad is a 4. Okay. 4. Okay. So then Chennai is a 5. Okay. 5. So then again Mumbai came. So what is the 0, 1? Like that. So you can just see, you can just store only the code instead of these all the 4 columns. Okay. 4 columns. I'm just deleting. So no, not required. Okay. Right. So a single table you are just dividing into the multiple tables. Okay, so single table you are divided into the multiple tables. Okay, so here also you can just if you just Rajesh, so Priya is which city? So how can we mention the Priya is in which city? Which city full information is not here, but city code is there. So then you can just go to the city master. This is a city master table. Okay, so what is the code? So CT0042. Then Priya's city is a Bangalore, Karnataka, India. This is the pin code. Okay, so some information is there. Okay, so to do this type of things, so you can just what you can just reduce the space. Okay, reduce the space. Okay. Uh, So like this, so you can just mention here, okay. So what we can do, like so we can just go and create a tables like this case. So we can go and create a tables like this. So here, these two tables, okay. So just imagine this table is customer master or employee master, employee table. Just imagine employee table, and this is a city master table, city table. Just imagine. So this employee table. Okay, so this city table, city is a master. This is a primary key. Okay, so primary key, that is a primary key means it's like a, so where you can refer another table. Okay, so where you can use that same column in the another table. That means so if you just combine these two, that is called primary key. Primary key in the sense unique, not null. So if I mention one column is a primary key, it is a unique and not null. Okay, so it won't allow the nulls and it won't allow the duplicate values. Okay, so that is so the master table, this city column we are making as a primary key, then this is a foreign key because where you are using that column, that is called foreign key. Understand? That is called foreign key. So for example, if I mention like a city 89, so it won't allow because city 089 is not available here. Got it? City 089 is not available. That means, so these two are connecting each other using the primary key and foreign key. Primary key is a where the master table unique column name is called primary key, and foreign key is like a so where So you can have a multiple foreign keys, but you should have only the one primary key for table. Okay, the table has only one primary key, and the multiple foreign keys are there. Okay, so now let us try to create these tables. Okay, so let us try to create these tables. Okay, so create a table name. Hmm, create a table name employee. First, we will create a master table, city master city table. And what is the city table has? The city table has these are all the things, and this is like a city ID is like a it's like a n varchar 200, and it's like a primary key. Okay, I mentioned this is a primary key, and the city name is like a city name is nvarchar 200 200. Okay. So now state name. So if I mention this blue color, that is the keywords which is used in the SQL server. So then don't use this kind of things in the column names. Okay. If you want to use the same name, then you can use curly braces. Sorry, square braces. Okay. So our state name. I'm just making the state name. Okay, state name. That is also nvarchar 200. Then country. That is also nvarchar 200. So pin code, so that is I'm just mentioning the integer, or you can just mention nvarchar. So because we are not doing any mathematical calculations, that's why I'm just mentioning nvarchar. This also 200. Okay, got it. So we mentioned that this is a primary key, and you can mention the city name is mandatory. That's why it is a unique, uh, unique, and not null. Okay, so let's create a city table. So let's refresh the table. So we have a city table here. And now let's create a employee table. Okay, so while you are creating the employee table here, okay, so I'm just taking the another. If you select this one and click on the new query. So new query will appear. Just keep in mind here, just observe this, whatever you are writing the queries will apply into this particular selected table, selected database. Okay. So if you want to change the database, you can change the database from here. Okay. So just, for example, here, so use bots DNA. Okay. So if I just run this one, so just observe here, so what will happen? Automatically, bots DNA is using. Okay. Use Flipkart. Okay, automatically. So what database you are applying the queries, you just observe. So okay, then this is a table scale. So create a table employee, right? So and here is a employee name and where I'm just copying here, and age, int, phone number, and where city code. Okay, so here this is nvarchar. Company name is nvarchar. Here also nvarchar. Okay. So now, okay, this is a table. Okay. Now what we have to do? So we have to make this as a foreign key. Okay. So to make that as a foreign key, here I'm mentioning the foreign foreign key, and so what is a basically which one we have to make this a foreign key? I'm just making this as a foreign key, and references. Okay. So after creating these columns, this column I'm making as a foreign key and references. So this column is foreign key with the which table? There is a city table. Okay. City table. Okay. So or you can mention simply city of in the city which column? Okay. City ID. Okay. Right. City ID. You can keep as this, not a problem. Okay, city ID. Okay, so this is a syntax. Let's create a employee table. Okay, employee table is created. Okay, so here you can see PK. Okay, PK means primary key. Okay, let's refresh, and we have another table called employee, and in the employee columns we have a city code is a FK. FK means foreign key. So now try to insert the data. Okay, Try to insert the data. Insert into, first we just fill the this table, okay? This table, okay? Give me insert statement for MS SQL Server for this record. Okay, so it's giving the insert statement. So, okay, so let's copy. So this is giving the single insert statement. So we already learned about this one. That's why I'm not writing to save the time. And here the thing is, city employee table is not there. So the city table is not there. City and the state. What is this? Under city, there's a column we change, right? State name. Okay. Okay. Run. So we have a city table is filled. Select star from. Sorry. Select a star from city. Refresh. See, the city table has a data. So now city table city ID is a primary key. Now let us try to insert the data here. Okay. Here is the employee table. So and it is inserting the data. Okay. So let us take the some data here and employee table, employee. Okay. And name. What is the name? Okay. So employee name. Okay. Employee name and yeah. Let us run the sorry. So there's an employee name, employee. There's a spelling mistake while creating the table. And now we have a data in the, okay. So now, so what I'm just telling you is like a here. So as it is a primary, as this is a, what is this is a foreign key or primary key? Just type in the chart window FKRPK. So this column, that means, so just type in chart window. So this is a city code in the employee table is FKRPK. Just type FK or PK. Okay. Just type primary key or foreign key. This is a FK, foreign key. Okay. So if I am trying to insert, for example, let us try to insert Sunil. Okay. Sunil record. Okay. So now Sunil. Okay. Sunil and some number. And here I'm trying to insert 09. So 09, which is not here. 09, it is not there. Okay. Let us try to insert. Okay. So if I insert, it is not allowing, okay, because you mentioned while creating the table the foreign key. Foreign key means, so this column allows only only if you give the values which is already existed in the master table, that is the called city table. Okay. Okay. So this value should be present in the city table, otherwise it won't give. Got it? So that is called foreign key and primary key. Okay. So there we restricted the master values only we have to give. Okay. Master values only we have to give. Okay. So got it. So that is called, so foreign key and primary key. Okay. So after that, okay. So let us give some statements. Okay. So we saw the, okay. So let's give some statement. Okay. Select start from, otherwise view more data like this with the different names and ages and company names. Okay. And some invalid phone numbers. Okay, so give 20 more. Uh, Still insert. Okay, we'll insert the data. Okay, run something like this. So we have to change few things. Employee, employee. Okay. So select chart from employee. So this is an employee table. Okay. So where employee table has a multiple data. Okay. So multiple data. So now, so here, so we will do some, we will learn a few more things in the select statement itself. Okay. So how can you select a specific data which we require a particular data? Okay. Right. So that kind of things we can learn now. Select statement. Okay. Select statement is like a, for example, if you want to get the only the top specific, not all the records. Okay, so currently how many records are there? You can see here. So 26 records in the corner. Okay, 26 records are there. Okay, so I want only the top is a keyword. Okay, so top five records. Okay, so top and mention the five, and then you have to specify a column list. Okay, so if you want to get the all the columns, there is a star. Okay, all the columns means star. Okay. So top five star records or top 10 records or top seven records. Got it? So you can mention the top is a keyword. So where you will just filter only the filter in the sense you will just minimize the top first seven records from the whole records. Okay. So from here also, if you want to get only the column names like name, employee name, comma age, comma phone number. Okay, so then you can mention like so you can mention you can just filter only these particular columns, or if you want this one is the first, right? So this one is the first. So for example, phone number is the first. Okay. Phone number is the first. Okay, an employee, so you can adjust the column. So based on the retrieving, okay, based on the user ask, our client is asking this type of data. So we have a data, they don't want entire data, so they want a specific structure or specific format or specific records only. Got it? So in this kind, so you can just you use the a column list here. Okay, it's column list. So for example, in this column list, so top four, then the top four. After that, the column list. Okay, so here, so what and all you can mention here. So if you want to get only the let us try star here. If you want to get only the company company name. Okay, so 26 are there. Okay, star. If I say city code, so how many are there? Okay, city codes. Okay, city codes. Okay, so 26 are there. But so this two is repeating. So something is repeating. So I want only the unique ones. Unique ones. How can you use distinct? Is a keyword. Distinct city code. So totally, how many are there? Totally only five. Only five are there, but it is a duplicates are there. Okay. Suppose company name. How many are there? 25. One is a duplicate. If you see totally, so we have a star, we have a 26, but unique company names are only 25, and unique city codes are only five. Okay, so like that you can mention. So uniqueness, to get the uniqueness, what we have to use? We have to use a distinct. Okay, distinct. Okay, so after that, so for example here, uh, if I mention so 1 comma 2 comma 3, so okay, so this will give the whatever the mentioned value. Okay, so let's see here. So a star, they are saying employee name, but actually the name of the employee or employee. So something they are saying this, the column name. If I say employee and age or company company name. So they, what they are saying, so they want to change the headers. Headers in the sense like so current employee name is a header. Okay. So and okay, so age is a header. Okay. And age is the right age is there, and year of birth is something like this. And the company, current company, current company. Okay, so like this they want. So how can, so they want this type of headers. Okay, this type of headers. Okay, so in this whole things. Okay, for example, if they have a tech. Okay, so just imagine up to here. Okay, so I'm just copying here, enter thing. So select from this one. Okay, so current employee column is not there. If I select this one, so it won't allow. Okay, current employee means employee as, this is called alias. So if you want to mention that, so this is a column, and as this one. That means, so the data will come and the column name is changed to this one. Okay. So age as it is. Okay. Year of birth. Year of birth means, okay. Year of birth means, that means, so if I say one more thing in before, so what's DNA is, okay. So main company, okay, or parent company. Okay. So basically, this parent company is not there. So, but it will come as a column as a parent company, and all the values are coming as a bots DNA and age, year of birth. So, what we can do? So, age, we have to get the 2024 minus age. So, the result, okay, the result of this one coming as a year. So, year of birth, okay. Current company. So, the current company is a company name comes as a current company, okay, current company. So now try to execute. Okay. So what will happen? Parent company came column. Okay. So what you have to understand here is like, okay, so we know we're not only getting the data which is existed in the database. From the data which is there in the database, we can just create a columns or data on the fly. Got it? On the fly. That means year of birth is not there, but year of birth is generated based on the age column. Okay, so this is not there, so, but we on the fly we just created the multiple columns. Okay, got it? So the column alias names are changed. Alias names are changed. So it's like that. So in the column section in the sense. So selected to from. This is a column section. So multiple things you can just create here. Okay, so even for example, company name is there. Okay. Okay, so for example, let's say private limited or so tech solutions and future innovation systems. Okay, so let us say here something like a tech companies or solution companies, innovation. Okay, tech and non-tech. Okay, so just imagine, so tech companies or non-tech companies. Okay, so here, so you have something like a case statement. Case. So what is it? When uh, this one company name is equal to, or company name contains. Okay, so it's like a like statements. Like is the one. It's like a, so star we are using, right? So in the same way. So what we have to use here, percentage um, tech. Okay. So then it is a tech. Okay. So else it is a non-tech. Let us see. Okay. And okay. So this is like a, so let's display the company name also at the end. Um, tech or tech or non-tech. That is the column name I mentioned. Okay. See, column name is a tech or non-tech. So wherever the TC is available here, so that is a tech companies. Wherever the tech is not there, that is a non-tech companies. Just imagine. So just observe the logic only. Okay, so I'm not saying so. Innovation is not solution is not a tech company. So solution might be a tech company. Systems is also a tech company. Okay, so what I'm saying is a case statement. Okay, so case when this like this one. Okay, so for example, I want to do the any another case. Okay, so when company name like solution. So solution. So then also tech company. Okay, or tech solution company. Okay. Just imagine in that case also, if you see here, any tech solution came, SOL. Okay, so we have to give the percentages. Percentage is a wildcard character. So where it will replace zero or many. Okay. See here, it's a tech solution company. That is a solution company. Okay. Tech solution company. Solution company is there. Okay. Got it? Understand? So this is like a okay. So like this, we can just write the code. So let us see again. Select start from employee. Select start from employee. Employee. Yeah. This is the data. Okay. So here, so where company name like is a operator to extract the a specific text within the text. Okay, for example, so like percentage starts with the c percentage. That means what it will do, it will give the all the companies which is a starts with the c. Okay, so then let us see ends with the something like a ends with the uh, TECH. Okay, or ends with the S. Okay, all ends with the S. Solutions, innovations, technologies, right? So labs. So see, so based on the client request, so we can just try to tell the so what is the means so like operator. Like operator is used to filter the data. So with the wildcard characters like this. Like this. So this percentage is a wildcard character, so where it will replace zero or many characters. Okay. So for example, if I say uh, uh, INN percentage, okay. INN percentage means so it will come any place. This INN is coming maybe first or last or middle. Okay, the whole string. If you see, observe, this is the first INN innovate. This is coming starting, and INN is coming in the middle. Do you understand? So INN is coming middle here. So tech innovations. INN is coming starting. INN is coming in the middle, right? So like this, so you can give the zero or many characters replaced with the percentage, zero or many characters replaced with the percentage. That is called like operator. Okay, so like. Okay, so after that, what we can do, we can just we can just use a normally if you want to use the age is greater less than something like so 25. Okay, so age is 29. Yeah, so these are all ages are less than 25. You can use the relational operators like a less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, right, equal to. So normally it's like a equal to, less than equal to, greater than equal to, greater than. Okay, so not equal to 29. Okay, so not equal to 29 means we have a 29 is there, so 28. Just I'm just mentioning the 28. Okay, because 28 few are there. So see, so 23 only came. Actually, 26 are there. Okay, not equal to is like that. So here, if it is an integer, you can just apply like this using the that particular relational operator. So then just try to use age in. I'm just mentioning the in 28 comma 30 comma something like so 27. So it is like a so the people who are ages those ages are the within these numbers only. So if you see 28, 30, 27, 30, 20, only those values are coming. Got it? Do you understand? So this is like a so in operator. In operator within the brackets you can mention anything. For example, if I just mention like a so as it is integer, I'm not giving a single quotes, but if it's an integer like a company name. So in, you can mention something like a complete name. Okay. Like this, you can mention any number of things. Okay. So only these companies it came. Okay. Got it? So that is a in operator. Okay. So in operator. Okay. So then, so you have a something like a uh, okay. So here, who is the maximum age person? Okay. Who is the maximum age? Max age. Got it? Max age. If I say max age, 30, 35 is the max age. Okay. So min age. 24 is the minimum age. Okay, so column name is not coming. AVG age, average age. Okay, sum of ages. So total sum of it will sum. Okay, so these are all the aggregate functions, minimum, maximum. Okay, suppose for example, minimum age is so age is min age, something like that. So the column name is also you can mention by using the uh, alias. Yes is optional. Yes as normally what we can do yes as and min age. Okay, so this is the way we have to write. So that is a optional. Okay, so now for example. Mm, okay, so here star. So here this is a country is okay. So city code. Okay, so city code multiple city codes are there. Distinct. See, distinct city codes are only five. Okay. So what I'm saying is also how many are there? So customer is asking. So how many number of cities are there in the CT 005? Okay, how many number of city employees are there in the 004 like that? Okay, so they are saying like this. So city code, comma, number of employees, right? Number of employees. So this is only these two. Okay, so how can we see? So we can say like a count star. Count star. Normally, if I say count star, so it will give this will give the number of employee, number of records. Okay, count star will give the number of employees. Totally 26 employees. Okay, 26 employees are there. Okay, so what I'm saying is count star, comma, count star is a city code. So city code, comma, count star. That means number of employees. Okay. So if you want to run this kind of things like as a count or sum or maximum, minimum, average. Okay. So what is the average rate of the each city? These kind of things. Definitely you have to use a group by. Okay. Group by activity keyword. Okay. So group by this one. So what you are grouping? Okay. So what you are grouping? You are grouping the see. You are grouping by this one. That means if the city code is this one, how many are there? Six is there. Okay. Grouping by that particular city. That's why. So you have to use a group by keyword. Group by keyword. Okay. Okay. So we got a one query. So what is the difference between this one? Okay. So what is the difference between the star, count star, and count one? Okay. So count star is like a see count count star is like a whole records. Okay. Count one means it's like a only first column. How many records are there? Count one, right? So I'm saying count one, this one, count one, okay. Count one, or even one is like a so first record. So three, count three. Three is a third record, third column. Okay. Sometimes what will happen? So the remaining columns, so even though it is a 26 records, the whole table. Okay. So one column does not have a values, a proper values. Okay. So in that case, you can just mention. For example, let me update. Okay. So update. table. Okay, update table set phone number. So let us see. So where age is less than 26. Okay. How many are there? Okay. Okay. So what I'm saying is for this, in the setting, the phone number is empty. Okay. Phone number is null, something like that. So where this one? Did this one set phone number? What is the column name? Okay. So here. Okay. So now, if I say count star, count to three, count to, yeah, count three. Count three means it's a third column. Okay. Third column. Okay. Basically, yeah, we give the null, and yeah, we have to give the, so that's like a, so the whole records and versus the single records. Normally we use the count star, and count one is also fine. So the first column, count one is the first column. Okay. Now, so star, so where, see here, where phone number is null. Okay. Phone number is null. See, wherever the phone number is null, that is a is null. Is a keyword. Okay. Is not null. Okay. This is a 23 records. Got it? So is null are wildcard characters, and is null. And then if you see here, if you see here a few more, if the age between, between is a keyword, between. So 26 to 26, 26 and 30. Let us see. So this is like a 16 rows only. This is like a, so between is a keyword, right? So between is a keyword, and where you will get the, so between this and this. So okay, so where it is a dates or integers, you can apply the between. Okay. So and then, so if you see the order by, okay, employee star. uh, Order by. While displaying, so if you want to order by employee, that is a descending order and ascending order. So then you can just use the ascending order, A to Z. See, A to Z, all the. So if I say, if you don't specify any ordering, so then it is a ascending order or descending, DESC. That is a Z to A. Z to A it is given. Okay. So that means employee, comma, company name. What it will do? So the employees, it will give us the orders, and after that it will decide the company name in the. So for example, employee name is a multiple with the same name is there, then we can, yeah, have the ordering. Okay, for example, city code order. Okay, see here, city code. So city code and company. What will happen? City code is the first order. So one, two, three, like this. So within the one set, again the company is ordering A to Z. Okay, within the that particular set, company is ordering the A to Z. For example, this is a descending order. The ESC. The only company is a descending order. See one. If you see two is before it came as a as a first. Okay, this is a descending order. Okay. If you see the 4, Z to A. All right. So this is like a, so order by. You can order by multiple things. Okay. Order by multiple things. Okay. So then you have a something like a so for example, if you want to apply, if you they are asking the employee name, they are asking these things and all. Okay. Employee name, comma, age, comma, phone number, comma, company name, comma. city name, comma, state name, comma, country name. Okay, so these are all the things they are asking. Okay, so they are asking this one. Okay, so how can we get? So because these things are coming from one table, and these things are coming from one table. So, but both city ID and here, so city code both are linked each other. Okay, so now what we can do? Select. So let us see here. Select. Okay, select. Select these all from employee. So, for example, if I say employee, so this will show an error. So, city name is not there, state name is not there. So then what we can do? We can use a join. So like so, employee as E or A anything. Okay, E is a alias. Okay, so come. Okay, E or employee inner join city. Okay, on employee dot city ID is equal to city dot city ID. City dot city ID. An employee has a not city ID. Okay, so here the mention city code. Okay. So employee table city code. That means employee table city code is equal to city table dot city ID. City table dot city ID. Okay. So this is the condition on. You have to use the on and what condition you have to attach both the tables. Okay. Join both the tables. Okay. This is a table inner join. Inner join will get the only the data. So where it is a matching. Okay, so where it is a matching. If you see here, so Rajesh and Rajesh, for example, let's pick the one. Okay, so one Deepak. Okay, so Deepak is which? Let us see Deepak. Deepak is a so okay, so not here. So let us try to display the city ID, comma, and here also city ID. That means it is a city ID and city code. Okay. City code. Okay. So the city code and city ID is matching. See here. Okay. So that's why Arjun city code is a 001 and city ID is a 001. That's why it is a match and it is came perfect record. Okay. So that means matching. So joining the two tables. So we have a joins, multiple joins are there. So inner join is a okay. So normally if you see uh, joins, SQL joins. Okay, so you can see on any diagram. So you have a these many join. Okay, so one is the inner join. So based on the color, okay, so color which is available here, based on the color you can just see. Okay. See here. So inner join means so left side tables. What is the left side table? Left side is the employee, right side table is a city. Got it? Left side table is the employee and right side is a city. So inner join means both the tables has the matched ones. Okay, both the tables has the matched ones. So those two is coming. That is a inner join. Okay, inner join means only so even so for example, if I say insert into city. Okay, insert into city, so values, so that is the what is that, CT009. Okay, CT009, 00 yeah, 9, and city name is Ongol, AP, India. Okay, okay, so this is a one record I'm inserting. Okay. Values. Okay, now select start from city. See how many records are there? So we have a Ongol also there. But if I just select this one, so this Ongol is not coming. Okay, see here. So Ongol, city Ongol is not coming. Because why it is not coming? So why it is not coming? Because the only matching ones only it will come. So employee table does not have a city code called 009. City 009. That's why it's not coming. Now, if I say left join. Okay, so join instead of this one, left join. So then Okay, so let us see city remove here. Left join. So only left side table comes. Okay, left side table means this is a left side table. Okay, so if you imagine, so as it is a primary key and a foreign key is connected, so it won't allow you to add a new city IDs. But what will happen? That's why it is giving only 26 records. Normally, just imagine employee table has a more records. Even that particular city ID is not available in the city table, so that records also it will come. So that is called left join. If you see here, left side whole table comes and right side only the matched table comes. That is called left join. So see here the right join. Okay, just see right join. Right join means we got a 30. See here, we got 30. Normally, inner join how many? 26. 26 records are matched. Okay. But right join, what will happen? 30 records came. So what is the 30 records? Whatever the records which is not there, the data is not there in the employees table, that records also coming. That is called right join. Just see the picture here, right join. Right side whole table, that is a city table, whole table came even though the values are not matched, the Ongol is also not came because the Ongol employee is not there. That's why that record, that particular corresponding values are coming as a empty, and this is a came. Okay, and full join. So full join means it will come as a all the table other data. Okay, so this is also 30. So because of left side we don't have a extra records because of the primary key. If you imagine if you have a extra records in the left side table, so then it will come as a full join. Okay, so these are all the joins. Okay, so these are all the joins, and let us see. So one small stored procedure. So basically a stored procedure. So there is a procedure. Okay, so if you want to run multiple queries, okay, you can run with the procedure. Okay, so for example, I want to create a one function like in the UiPath. So we are creating the workflows, right? So you pass the value and you get the value and do something in the whole workflow. Okay, so input arguments or output arguments like that. Okay, so something like that. So let's create a procedure name. So basically, procedures coming under the programmability stored procedures. Okay, so here there's no stored procedures here. Let's create a get city ID by name or city get city ID by name. Okay. So for example, if you want to city ID, okay, if you want to get the city ID, so by using the city name and varchar, these are all the arguments. Okay, so just imagine varchar, basically the parameters. Okay. 200 and at the rate state name and varchar 200. So uh, just imagine city name itself. Okay, so city name itself, and as begin end. Okay, so you have to write all the code here. Okay, so what you have to do? Okay, so for example, if you want to get the city name, okay, so select it, select city ID from what city table where city name is equal to the city name. Okay, suppose for example, this is a input argument C name. Okay, so the same with the at the rate you have to give here. Okay, so this is a one procedure. So if you run this procedure, so the procedure is created. So if you go to here and refresh, the procedure came here. So get city ID by name. So if you want to use this procedure, you can use. So for example, if I say Angol, okay, so I'm passing the value. The first value is the first parameter. Okay, so well, the Angol is this one. Okay, so Kochi. Kochi is not coming. Okay, so for example, in this case, so for example, the ID that is not there. Okay, so what we can do? So we can write the procedure. We can modify the procedure. Modify or update procedure. Okay, update procedure name And what we can update, so if there is no city, for example, uh, if city, let's create another variable, declare at the rate exist city code. Okay, that is basically a var. What I'm just inside, you can declare the variables, like so how you are declaring in the same way. Use a declare and use a new name, and varchar is a data type. Okay, so like that you can create a variables. Okay, so select this one is equal to this one. That means so if okay, so just use a print at the rate. You can use the if condition. If city code is empty or is nothing or null, okay, or null. So then then print, okay, so print no city. Else that means here, so you have to use a begin, end, begin, end, print at city code. Okay, so we move then. Let us see. There is some. Okay, so C name, C already saying incorrect syntax is a procedure. Okay, so right click and modify procedure. So here is the alter procedure, not like a update procedure. That's why it is having the showing the issue. Alter procedure F5. Okay. So the procedure is updated. Now let us try to run Kochi. Okay. So Kochi is a no city here. Okay. Ongole is coming as a city name, or it is printing city, and suppose Kaki Nada is no city. So like that, you can give the procedures and you can use so it's like a procedures, functions, right? So it's like so how we have a workflows in the same way you have a procedures. Okay. So, okay. So the procedures will return the values. So, okay. The procedures will return the values. We saw the joins, we saw the very conditions. Okay. So, and let us see here. One a new query. Just imagine you have a multiple statements. Okay? Multiple statements. One is if I just use the insert insert city, insert employee, insert employee. So what I'm saying is here, so there is a something like transaction. Okay. So for example, uh, in this employee, after once you add, so normally if you are just giving the transactions, okay, so withdraw amount, okay, from the bank ATM, okay, so what it will do, so it will just uh, okay, so mm, it will just imagine. So let us see whether it will be possible with the employees phone number. So for example, let us see here. Let us see here. So this is something like this. So create a table account holder. Create table account details. Something like account details. So for example, here account uh, number and varchar 200. Okay, so and current balance. Okay, integer and okay, so account holder name, account holder name or customer name and varchar. Okay, so this is a one table where we are just inserting the data. So here, let's go and refresh. Use some insert statements for this table. Um, okay, so something like this. Okay, we have some records. So what I'm just observe here. um, Select start from. Okay. For example, this one, just observe. I'm just withdrawing the updating the statement. So updating the statement is in sense. So basically withdraw the amount. Okay. So update, first of all, what we have to do, update the given value. So just imagine, so you have a um, declare at the rate, okay, withdraw amount, how much I want to withdraw. So int and set that withdraw amount is equal to so 500. Okay. So what will happen? So we have to update the so this one set current balance minus at that withdraw amount. So where customer. So here also I'm just giving the at the rate account number is and varchar 255 and varchar 255. So here give a comma set at the rate account number is equal to. I'm just taking this one. Okay, this account number for testing. Account number equal to account number, but here is a column that is a parameter. Got it? So here is a column and then. So now I'm just running this query. Okay, so just check. So this is a 550. Okay, and after this, you can just check like a select start from this one. So where account uh, equal to select current balance is a current balance. Okay, so here, so what we are just doing, so we're just declaring and yeah, it ran in. There is some syntax issue. Uh, Basically incorrect syntax minus. Okay, so basically current balance minus withdrawal. Okay, so right now we have a 70. What happened? 700, 7,000. Okay. So if I try to withdraw again the same account 5,500, so again what will happen? So that is a what is that? So 6006, right? 650. So like this, it will withdraw. Okay, it will withdraw the amount. Okay. So what will happen? So when we are running, okay. So when we are running, uh, so what I'm saying is there is something like a transaction. Okay. So for example, here, I'm just begin transaction. See here. So begin transaction, begin transaction and update the amount. Okay, so after that, for example, this transaction is begin here, right? Transactions begin here. Okay. So for example, begin here. Okay. So let us see what is the 06. 6,000 is there. Okay. If I withdraw, if I withdraw this one, 55,000. Okay. 55,000. If I just run, what will happen? That means so 5,500 is there. Okay. So that means so it is a beginning the transaction in the sense. So if I mistakenly do something, I can go roll back if we use the transaction, begin transaction. Otherwise, not normally we don't have a facility to roll back. Okay. So just imagine so while you are doing some transactions, okay, while you are using the some transactions, so you are running the set of statements, so it is updated first statement, second statement, third statement, we got an exception. So, but we have to roll back in the sense. So it's like a undo the transaction. So, or undo the transaction, that means so statement. Okay, so I'm saying the query one executed, query two executed, query three is executed, query four is executed. So to do the a set of transactions, you have to execute all four successfully. So for example, here is a scenario. Just listen here. So here is a scenario. If query four or query three, any is failed, then whatever you done in the query one, you have to undo, and that means roll back. Whatever you done in the query two, you have to roll back. That means so in that case, we have to start the begin the transaction here and end the transaction here. In the here, so you just commit the transaction. That means so if you run also the transactions 5,500 is not committed because we just begin the transaction and do some update. Okay. So for example, if I say roll back transaction, rollback transaction, and see here. So 006 is a 5500 rollback transaction. Okay, so that means the rollback transaction request has no. That means so yeah. For example, if we get any specific issue, okay, so we have to run everything here. Okay, so what we can do. So we can see here, update the transaction. So that is everything is good. Uh, Again, transaction is yeah 5,000. Okay. So what I'm saying is here we can run the procedure also. So what will happen if current balance? Okay, this will give the current balance. Okay. So I'm just mentioning the at date current balance. Okay. Current balance. Okay. That is the integer. Okay. So here at the rate current bal is equal to current balance of that particular account. Okay. So what I'm saying is if at the rate current bal is less than or equal to 500. Okay. So less than or equal to 500. Got it? If the this is a less than or equal to 500, begin. Okay. So end rollback transaction. Rollback transaction. Whatever the transaction we begin here, right? Roll back the transactions. Else begin commit transactions. End. So that means here is a if. Okay, is a if. Else commit. Okay. So here print unable to print or unable to withdraw. Okay. Okay. So because of less than current balance, something like that. So for example, see here. So if I run this whole thing, what will happen? Okay, so what will happen? So this is giving, so otherwise what we can do is if it's a commit, so print at the rate current balance. Current balance. What is the current balance? I'm running this one here. So current balance is 4,000. I'm just withdrawing again five. So see 500. Current balance is a 3,000. Again 250, 200, 2,000, 1,500, 1,000. Okay. See, when I have 1,000 rupees current balance. Okay. So what is the current balance of the 006? See here. Okay. What is the current balance of 006? That is a the 006 is a so 5,500. Okay, 5,500. It went back. Okay, it went back to the original position. Okay, so now uh, let us see. Okay, so now it is a 1,000. Okay, so if I just try to retrieve this one. So it is saying unable to withdraw because of the less statement. Okay, so because it is not committed. Okay, so it is not committed. So it's not withdraw. Even though we have update statements, so what will happen? It will update. It will update the amount up to 1,000 to 500. So then, so while it is doing so the commit. Okay, so commit. So it's not going to commit because it's a less than 500. That's why it is a rollback. Rollback means once it is updated 1,000 to 500 again is 500 to 1,000. It is rolling back the same statement. So whatever the statements are there. So that is a transaction. Okay. So this is the SQL stuff. Okay. So SQL stuff. Okay. So we learned up to this one. Okay. So you are in the right track. Just type yes or no. We will go with the UiPath. Okay. I'm just opening the UiPath. These are all the SQL queries which we learned, like that means so group by, so wildcards between, order by, alias, joins, right? So store procedure, distinct, where condition, primary key, foreign key, and okay, check constraints like a check default. Okay, so these are all the things. Let us take a new SQL procedure. Okay, so UiPath UiPath and SQL, something like that, reading the processor. So now, how can we connect to the database on SQL? So normally what will happen? So you have to use the something like a connect to the database, connect to database, disconnect from database. So that means so you have to do the operations SQL operations from the UiPath or any other technology. So what you have to do, you have to use a connecting to the database. Connecting to the database basically. So while you are connecting to the database, you can just do the SQL operations. Like so, it will just create a connection between the UiPath and the SQL Server. So for the something like a so security or something like a store, okay, so maintain the proper memory. So into the particular connections. Okay, so you have to keep in mind. So once you connect and do the your work, so do your that means so database work or tasks. So after completing your work, you have to so disconnect. Like so, you're going to the home and open the lock and do your work and come back. So are you are going to the ATM in the middle of the transactions? You are not coming, right? So you can just confirm that so everything is completed your transactions and coming to the home screen, so the connection is completed. So otherwise so in the between after typing the pin code. So if we come back, so, okay, so the money comes and someone else will take, right? So you have to take care of the connection connecting to your account and do the work and disconnect. Okay, so like that. So to do the database operations, so first of all, you have to install the package called database package. That is in the official uh, tab. Okay, so database, type the database, and this is a UiPath.database.activities. So use it to connect to the databases like so SQL Server, Oracle, any other databases, so Access, MS Access, any other databases also you can connect using the this particular package. Okay, now we will connect to the database called SQL Server. So what we can do is we can just try to insert the data to the something like a cities. Okay, so something like a if I say cities, how many records are there? So right now we have a these cities. Okay, so what we can do is we can just I'm just copying. So let us see. This is a city table. Few more records like like this. Okay, so what I'm saying is so I can just create a one city master Excel. So where we have a some city data. So that is a this one. So from the Excel, just imagine so we're getting the data from the somewhere into the Excel. So they are asking us to insert this one. Okay. So basically these records are not there. Okay. So it's a city 10, right? Just storing in the master city master Excel. Right. Okay. So this is a city master Excel, which is on the desktop. So it contains the data. So we have to add the data into the database table. Right now we have a only how many? So 9 records. Okay. So how can we? So first of all, keep in mind. So once you install the package, this is a package like a UiPath.database.activities. The next thing is like a so type database. You will find the some activities. So database activities here. So here is the database activities. So under app integration database. So first thing you have to use the connect to the database. Okay, connect to the database. You have to configure the connection. Okay. So to configure the connection, click on the configure connection and configure wizard. Okay. So here you have to select the data source, whether it is a Access database, SQL Server database, ODBC, Oracle database, right? So ours is a SQL Server, and SQL Server database file means so you don't have a SQL Server installed into your system, but you have a SQL Server database file is there. Okay. So normally in here. mm, Okay, so let me open UiPath again. So normally database, you can just something like export into the something like a file, export data as a something like a file or a backup as a file, something like that. Okay. Or to DB or something. So this type of files, okay, so .bak file, okay, so it will convert as a .bak file. So if you just connect with the .back files, you can connect with the back files. Right now, it is installed into the system, so that's why we are just directly using the SQL Server, MS SQL Server as a data source. Okay, so once the data source is there, so how you are connecting here? Okay, so while connecting, so we are using the Windows authentication. Okay, so Windows authentication, the same way you can connect. So if you are using the SQL Server authentication, so you can just use a SQL Server authentication. Okay, so we have to select. Um, okay, let's create another sequence. Data manage. So from here, so I'm just using the database activities, and the database activities you can connect. in the connect. So what you have to do is you have to use the configure connection wizard, select the data source as MS SQL server. It will give the server name. So if you are connecting the different servers, like so IP address or something they will give. So which data server. So but now I'm connecting to the data base which is there in the my local. That's why I'm just using the SQL Express. And once you use the server name, click on the refresh. So automatically, if the server is available in the Windows authentication, because here there's a Windows authentication and SQL Server authentication. If you click on the SQL Server authentication, you have to pass the username and password. Okay. So right now it is a Windows authentication I'm using. That's why, yeah, I just press the Windows and click on the refresh. Once you refresh, automatically the server is connected. The databases will come here. Okay. The database which is there in the my database, that particular server I'm selecting here. So I'm click on the test connection. So test connection is succeeded. Okay. Okay. So if this is not connected, so the databases will not list down properly. Okay. So whatever the databases like is data bots, DNA test, everything is listed here. And once the test is success, click on OK. So this is called connection string. Okay. This is called connection string. Okay. So we should have a connection string and click on OK. So the connection string is stored here. Okay. So that means connection string is a string which contains the information like a what is a server name, database server name, and what is a table, right? So which you are interacting, and whether it is a SQL Server authentication, so what is the username and password. So that information is available in the particular string. Okay. Normally you have a selector, right? Selector is a string which contains the element address. In the same way, so this is a database connection string which contains the database connection information like so what is the server name, source, and what is the initial character means database name and the security things and all of stuff. But so through wizard, whatever we selected based on that, this select connection string generated. So the output of the connection is like a connection object. Okay. So uh, flip otherwise connection. So flip card, something like that. So this is an object. So there is a variable type is a connection data base connection object. Okay. So this connection objects, whenever you are disconnecting after your work, okay. So you have to use the this output connection object to here. Okay. So because you can open any number of connections. So you are connecting to the A database and again you are doing something and you are connecting to the B database. And while you are connecting with them different databases, you have a different objects, the connection objects. Okay. So when when you are closing the connection or disconnecting the connection, you have to pass the what connection you are closing. That is the object you are using, the connection object. Okay. Okay. Then in between here, you have to do the database operations. Okay. Database DB operations. Okay, DB operations we will do here. So what DB operations? So right now, so we have a bulk insert. So these are all the activities. So if you want to insert the data, for example, what we learned, so we can just retrieve the data from here and upload. Okay, so what we can do, so to retrieve the data, so we can just use a read range activity, read range workbook. I'm just is taking, and here this is a path. This is a path, copy as a path, and go to here, give the path here, and sheet name. Just imagine this data is coming from anywhere, but the output is a data table. Okay, so maybe the data is coming from the website data, table extraction. Okay, something else. Okay, so here you are just taking the data table as a DTBL CP data. Okay. So basically, this city data is a output of this table. Okay, so I'm just closing the Excel and we'll run the what. So where is the data? The data is we read from the Excel and store into the a data table. So DTBL city data is a data table, right? So now how can we insert this data table to the this particular city table? Okay. So how can we insert to the city table? Okay. So city table currently we have a 9 records. Okay, now use the bulk insert. Okay, bulk insert, bulk insert and insert both are same. Both are doing the same work, but bulk insert we are using only for like a so large data. So if you have a large data, it is a one-time insert. Okay, so insert and bulk insert has the same parameters. If you see here, insert is also table name, insert data table, everything is the same. So both are doing the same kind of work, but you can use the same similar type. So only so one time bulk insert is faster than the insert, and bulk insert is used to insert the large data, like so thousands, lakhs of data from the data table to the SQL table. Okay, so here, so we have to pass the SQL table name, that is a city. Here I'm passing in the double quotes city, and the output of this one. This is a data table. Okay, so what is the input data table you are using? This is a data table. So whatever the data is there in this table has to go to the city table in the database. You have to give the configure connection. You can again use the connection here, but we already connected using the connect data table, connect database, right? So the output of this connection object you have to pass here. If you already connected, that is an existing database connection object. So what we done, simply connected using the connection object, existing connection object. We give the city table name from the database and the data table. That's it. Simple. Okay. So let's run the bot. Okay. Okay, that's a bulk insert and insert. Both are doing the same work, but if your row by row inserting is like a so insert, and the bulk insert is a one time it will insert. The bulk insert is faster than the insert. Okay. So what it is saying, so the provided columns in the data table do not match with the data types are in the database. Okay. So what it is saying, so here is a database, right? So this columns and the columns which is there here both should be a same column names and data types. Okay. Let us see. So whether the column names are same, city name, state name, country, pin code. Okay, so column names are same. That's not a problem. Okay, column data types has the issue. So maybe this has the issue. Okay, so this is a having the okay. So these are having the maybe the pin is having the problem. Okay, I'm just giving a single quote in the before. Maybe it might convert into the string. Okay, because that is treating as it's a number. It is treating as a integer while reading. Okay, so let's run the bot. Right now we have only 9 records only. Let's run the bot. Yeah, the bot has providing the data columns in the table do not match column type in the database. Okay. So basically, maybe the column type. Okay. So let's debug. Okay. Okay. So here, so DTBL dot columns columns. Okay. So if I say columns on the columns of uh, columns of 0. This is the columns of 0. Okay, so dot data type, or this is object. Okay, so basically what will happen, these are all coming as objects. Okay, these are all coming as objects. That's why it is having the issue. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 object. Okay, so so 4 is all, everything is coming as object. Okay, so that's why. So we have to convert that into the object. So how can we convert the data types? The data um, convert. How can we convert these data types of the data? Basically, let us see. Okay, so well, let's keep aside. Okay, so this one let's keep aside. Okay, so because it is coming, it is build data table. Okay. Okay. So because yeah, we can use some convert data table, something like that. Convert data table. Okay. Or so we can use a convert dot to string kind of thing. Okay. So but we have to use a for each this kind of things. Let us imagine you have a data in the here. Okay. Build data table. City. Yeah. Here. Okay. So I'm just creating a something like a city ID. There's a string. Okay. And city name, state name, country, import. No, it is not coming. Okay. Okay, so here city 010. Okay. And number. Enter. City 011. Okay. Okay, I'll just mention like this. Okay, so now let us try to insert, okay, run the bot. So right now we have a nine records. Okay, so there is a something like a so Excel to object to string we have to convert. So you can use a simply just try by yourself. It's like a so loop each and every column. So using the for each okay, so for each okay object reference not set to an instance of object. Okay, so wait, let us debug. Okay, so what happened? DTBL cities data. DTBL cities data is a coming as a null because that's not filled. Okay, so here here we have to give the so DTBL city data. Yeah, now execute. Imagine you have to do some data table manipulations here. So before giving the data table to the bulk insert or insert activities, you should be sure like this. So column name should match with the actual column names in the data table, and column data types also should match. Okay. So if it is a string, there is a nvarchar. So if it is a int, there is a int32, there is a int. So like that. Okay. So let us right now we have a nine records. Let us see so whether these two records are inserted. These two records, Surat and okay, so Ahmedabad are inserted okay, using the bulk insert. Okay. So now, so bulk update. Okay, so for example, bulk update in the sense, let us delete this one. So bulk update. Okay, that means here, for example, if you have a something like a so 10, 10 is not like a Surat. Okay, so for example, something else. If you want to give Kochi, Kerala, something like this. See here. So 10 is a Kochi, Kerala, okay, and India. Okay. So and this is a something some number. Okay. Okay, and also something we already existed is Chennai. Okay, so this Chennai is a 005. Okay, so 005 Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. So this pin code, okay, so this Chennai pin code is we just imagine so we have to change the pin code. That means update the pin code. Okay. So 01207 okay, or 5. Okay, so we have a table. We have a table. Bulkly, we have to update. Okay, so here, first of all, use the connection string, connection Flipkart. Okay, object, And what is the table name? Table name is a city. And what is the data table? So this is the data table of the this data table we have to give. And okay. Okay. And which column, based on which column you have to update. That means, so what is a key column? Okay. So here the key column is a city ID. Okay. So based on the city ID, for example, 00010, where the city ID is a 010, then update the all the other details. Okay. Got it? So if the city ID is a 005, update all other details. Here I'm mentioning the 05 user, so they want to update like this case 005. So instead of 01, so we can use a 05. Okay. That means so you have a data, bulk data, so you want to update bulkly. That means all the data is modified on the based on the which column we have to update. So you can give the multiple columns here and just give the city ID. Okay, so it's based on the city ID column only you can update right now. So let's run the bot and see. So these values and this value should change. Okay, so once the bot is successfully run. Okay, let's run the bot, run the query, and let's check. Yeah, see here Kochi. So 0010 Kochi came, and for Chennai, so 05 came. Okay, so that means if you want to update the values bulkly, so you have a table. So the table has a new data for the specific records, and in the table in the database you have a old data, but you have to update that. In that case, you can use a bulk update. Okay, so connect and disconnect. So once we connect, so we have to disconnect and insert. Okay, so if you want to insert the same thing, so bulk insert and insert both are doing the same thing, but it is a faster and one-time query, and it is a line by line, and it is a slower than the bulk insert. Now update. So let us see here. So run command. See here. So check the run command. So read the tooltip. Okay. So run command is used to do the commands like so update, okay, insert, delete, these kind of commands, and it returns the value like a so if it's a return the value like a so how many number of rows are affected. Okay, so for example here, so I want to do the some operation like a in the city. So first of all, before that, okay, so here run query will return the data table. Okay. So what is the output of the run query? Run query output is the data table. Run command output is the integer number of affected rows. Okay. See here, output is a affected rows count. How many number of this is an integer. Okay. This is an integer, and it is used to this run command is used to run the insert, delete, update commands. Okay. So for example, so in the DML commands, okay, not DDL commands, in the DML commands. So to run these three kind of things. Okay, so we can use a run command. These are all the commands. Okay, so SQ select is a query. Okay, so you can see that's why. So here, so run query it returns the data table because when you run the select statement, what will happen? So the result data is coming, right? So that the data will return back to the data table. That's why. So because so normal common interview question is like so. What is the difference between the run command and run query? Okay. Run command is used to run the insert, update, delete commands. Run query is used to for the select statements. Okay. Run command returns the integer value that is affected rows, number of affected rows count, and run query is returning the data table, which is a resulted data table of that particular select query. So this is a run query is a that is a common interview question. So you will find in the interviews. Okay, so when SQL coming into the SQL and integration coming into the picture. Okay, so now what we can do, so we can get the city names. Okay, we can get the city names from here. Okay, so city names from here based on the city. So what we can do, we can update our let us see what is the employee table. Select star from employee table. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So for example, if you want to retrieve the something like a mm, based on the city code. Okay, so city code, if you want to retrieve the excel in the data in the excel. Okay, so how can we retrieve? So because distinct cities are the only few, right? Distinct cities, city code. Okay. Distinct city code. Okay. What they are asking. So these many sheets, just create these many sheets. Okay. So to do that, so first we have to read this table. Okay, this is a query. Okay. So this query, run query is a select statement used for the select statement. So configure connection, use the existing connection, right? And use the a query, simple query, edit the query. So just write the query here. Same query I'm just writing here. Okay. Same query. So in the double quotes. Okay. Same query I wrote here. Okay, so after that, so the output, just take the output of this one. So DTBL result, okay, result. This result, okay, this result is a data table, okay. If I look for each row in data table, for each row in data table, so what it will do? So it will give the, otherwise, use the output data table. Unique employee cities, okay. Unique employee cities. So write the from A1 headers is on, and what to write. So the output of this result. Okay. So DTBL results are DTBL unique employee in cities or city codes. Okay. So the same thing. So DTBL unique employee city codes. So see, so we wrote the a query, that is a select statement. So when you use a select statement, you have to write the in the run query. Okay. So the output is coming here and wrote the. So let us run the bot and see. So whether it will give a new sheet called unique employee cities. Okay. It's like retrieving the data from the database. If you want to retrieve the data from the database, you can use a run query activity in the UiPath Studio. Okay. So let's open the Excel. Okay. Unique cities. See, we got the unique city. The result is stored in the database. So now what we can do, so we can look. Okay. So for each row in data table, there is a DTBL unique cities, and this is the current row. And here for each city ID, what we can do, so we can get the whole data. Okay, so to get the whole data, what is the query? So select a star from employee. So where city code is equal to something like this. Okay, something if I want to get the city three, so okay, city three employees, this list will go. Okay, okay, so for each city ID, again, I'm just using the run query. Okay? Run query. The same connection gone existed, and then so use the query. So here, so see here you can use a query like this. Okay, so because this is coming from outside, right? This is coming from outside. Okay? So that's why. So what we can do here, you have to listen carefully. See, Yeah, let me share my screen. So, okay. So if you want to update, so if you want to get the run query, so connection we gave, okay. After that, so we can give the a query like this. Okay. See here the query. In this place, I'm just using the city idea or code. Okay, so any variable, okay. City code. Okay. This city code, address city code, so you can give the parameters here. So use the same name which you are using the address in the query. So same name and what you want to replace. Okay, so you want to replace is the current row of 0 dot to string. Current row of 0 means so currently where we are. So we are in the this table. Okay, so we have only one column that is a 0. Okay, so that particular column we are using the for each row in the data table. That's why it will repeat each and every record from that particular single column table. It will give a current row. So that means initially first record first row it is giving the 01, 02, 03, 04 like that. So once it is giving it is going here, and that same thing it will replace here. That means how we use the 003 in the same way each time what will happen? So we will get the one particular data table. Okay, so let us see here DTBL current city code data. That means employee data. So here, so what we can do is we can just use the same bright range display within the for each, so that here I'm just in the parameters whatever I mentioned the current row of 0.2 string uh, that I'm just pasting here. So that the city state sheet name is also called current city ID. Okay. DTBL current city code data. The output of this one, current city code data, and here we are writing. Let's close and run the work. So this is like a retrieving the data from the database. Retrieving the data from the database. Okay. So what it will, let's open the Excel. Um, Here, so we have a multiple sheets, new sheets came. Okay, CT005 has the all the records corresponding to that particular city. So CT004, all the corresponding records from the employee table for that particular code. Okay, so like this, we are retrieving the data from the so this one, so database. Okay, so now if you want to update the data, okay, so for example, okay, if you want to update the data, I'm just deleting this whole run query. So before deleting, it's okay. So let me. So for this run query, so by default, we have a command type is a text. Okay. So if you have a procedure, for example, if you have a procedure, so let's create a procedure to extract the that means so uh, employee table, uh, run the employee table, and if you just want to specify, for example, only the company name like. Yeah, even you can just use something like a percentage tech or and these commands also these logical operators also you can use company name like percentage solution. Okay, so or company name like then innovation. Okay. So this is a command. So where just imagine, so you have a procedure, 18 records are there. Okay. So you have a procedure. Okay. So create a procedure. Okay. So procedure name. So get tech companies. Okay. So here as begin end. So here I'm just pasting this whole thing. Okay, so what is the benefit here? So you are writing the procedure. So okay, so the okay, writing the procedure here. Okay, so mm, refresh, expand, and here is a procedure is there. Okay. Okay, what is the procedure? Get tech companies. That is a procedure name. Okay. Get tech companies is a procedure name. So how can we call? Okay. So if you want to call this one, so tech companies. So here and just go to the command type to the store procedure and give here. So if it is a query directly, you are writing the query here. So you can just simply use the directly query. So use the text as a tech command and if it is a procedure, so I'm just using the procedure name. So you can write procedure name like this or exec, so like this also. Okay, so I'm just writing the procedure name directly here. Okay, so the procedure output is coming as a something like a ttpl tech companies. Okay, tech companies, and writing here, so here the new thing is like a tech companies. Okay, okay. See here ttpl tech companies. So, what is the benefit? Can we write a code directly instead of procedure, right? So, the query, so what is there inside the stored procedure? So, we can write directly here in the run query, right? So, but why you are preferring the procedures instead of writing queries directly here? So, tomorrow, if the client is asking to change the result, okay, so in that times again you have to touch the UiPath code. Okay, so if you are writing directly the query inside the run query, so instead of that, so the procedure benefit is like so. Let us see here. So today it is fine. So they are okay with these results. What is a this is a tech companies. So tech companies is coming perfectly. So but after a few months they are saying so okay. So we don't need to display the age. Okay. So we don't need to display the age, and they are saying the phone number is empty. Don't display these records. Okay. So and also they said like so innovation, whenever the company name coming as a innovation, that is not a tech company. Okay, that is a research and development company. Okay, got it. So do you understand? So right now the everything is working fine. So after 6 months the client is coming with the different the result change. Okay, so what is the result change? We have to remove the age, we have to remove the records which is does not have a phone number, and the tech companies innovation is not a company. So instead of changing the codes, what we can do is we can simply go to here, change the code here. So here itself, okay. So they said like, so only, where is that? Employees, okay. Employees. Instead of star, we can just use a company employee name, phone number, okay. So company code if required, so you can just display age. Okay, this one. So they said like, so what is this code? We don't know what code. Okay, so display the city name, not city code. They're asking like that. Okay, so we're not touching any code inside the UiPath Studio. Okay, so what we are doing, so we can just mention here employee inner join city, right? So on employee, or you can just use the alias. Okay, employee space A or city space B. Okay, employee space A or city space B, and A dot city. What is the employee, right? So employee A dot city code. Okay, A dot city code is equal to B dot in the B means it is a B means it is a city, right? So go to the city. What is the corresponding column? City ID. Okay, both are same. Okay, so take the what? So B dot city name. Okay, got it. So and what else? Client asked the results. Okay, so we don't need the innovation companies. Okay, I'm just removing. And what else? Okay, so here and okay, this is a and see here and phone number. How can we say here? Uh, is null is null expression replaced. Okay, So phone number, comma, 0. Okay. That means so otherwise, so you can just mention phone number is not equal to empty. Got it? Or is not equal to like a so percentage is not equal to empty. Okay, so this is a thing. So let us try to execute this part and check so whether everything is coming or not properly. So innovation companies, innovation because innovation solution is there. Okay, so uh, okay, if you want to strictly that means prohibit that means innovation companies not should not come. So what we can do? So here this one, see this one solution and not and and this is a see innovate. That means not like okay. So not like innovation. So like solution, not like innovation. So add this one also here. Okay. That means if a tech innovation. Okay. So not like. So let us try to execute. So right now it is a 13 records. And now there's a some brackets issue. So bracket is opened, open under bracket. Only statement I'm just executing. So innovation is gone. So 13, so that one part is ignored. Okay, there's a innovation companies here. Okay, so now I'm just updating alter procedure. Okay, we're not touching any code. Alter the procedure. Okay, procedure is altered. Now we're running the same bot. See, client. I'm just for reference. I'm just mentioning the old here so that we can compare the old sheet and the current sheet without any code change. Okay, so open. This is like a so command type is a text. If you write query directly, command type is a procedure. If you write the procedure, okay. See here. So age not came and phone numbers is empty not came. So on innovations companies are not came. Okay. So right. So you can see the difference between these two. So you can see the difference between these two. And also if you see the company city name, okay. So company city name also came. Okay. So because the client do not worry about the what is the code ID primary key foreign key. They need the output results, right? So that's why, yeah, we can change the procedure. We that is a yeah, useful of the procedure. Okay, if you write the procedure, so based on the client asking, so we can write the we can change the procedure, modify the procedure from the back end. Okay, now so let us learn about the this one. Okay, update statement. Okay, so to update or delete, so you can just use the command. Okay. So for example, if I want to delete the something like a input dialog, input dialog. Okay. Uh, enter enter employee name to delete. Okay. I'm just asking the user to enter the employee name. Okay. Something like a stremp name. So this stremp name, so we have to pass into the connection, this one connection, existing connection, and use the delete statement. Okay, so what is that delete statement? So delete, what is that? Delete from employee table. Okay, delete from employee table where employee employee name is equal to at emp name. Okay. Employee name. Okay. So this employee name, this is a new name. Okay. So you can give the same name here, same name. So the whatever the rate you are using here, same name you have to give, but the value is a stremp name. Okay. So which is a given by the user. Okay. So whatever the user giving, so that particular record will delete. Run the what and see how many employees are there. Okay. Let's take the new fresh select star from employees. So we have almost 26 employees are there. Okay. So once the bot is run, so it will ask the user to give the one user employee name. Okay. So this employee name I'm giving the Priya. Priya. Okay. So the second record. Okay. So click on OK. So what will happen? The bot executed. Currently we have go to the database. Currently we have 26 records. Priya is their record. So I'm just running the executing. So 25 records are there. Where is the Priya? So it's a deleted. Delete statement is executed. So let's run and execute. So to run the delete commands, insert or update. So we are using the run command activity. Okay. So let's try the Sita. Okay. Sita is a fifth record. Okay. So you can see. Okay. So run. Okay. So we have a 25 records. And what will happen? That is deleted. UiPath is from UiPath, we are deleting, and 24 records, Sita is not there. Okay, got it? So update statements. Okay, if you want to update, okay, the phone number. Okay, so update. Okay, update. Enter the just imagine. So the phone number updates. Okay, enter new phone number number to update. Okay. So this is the title. This is we're asking the employee name as well as the STR new phone number. New phone number. So what is the update statement? So update use the update statement here. So where update table set phone number is equal to at PHNO where employee ID is equal to this one. That's it again. So that means PHNO is also we have to supply in the parameters. So here parameters PHNO is the given STR new phone number. Okay. Okay. So new phone number. So now, yeah, so we'll just see, yeah, run the bot. Anyway, we don't have a phone numbers for the specific. Amit does not have a phone number. Okay, so we'll just display the update the Amit phone number. Okay, so like that you can just perform multiple operations. Like so, Amit is a employee and the phone number is like some number like a 999888777 like that. Run and the bot is updating from the UiPath to Amit. See, Amit is a null right now. Execute. Amit has a phone number. Got it? So you can run the update. We deleted, we updated. Even you can insert also. Okay. So for example, if you want to insert from that data, insert we already seen here, but you can just use the insert statement also here. Okay. So and so for example, here also there is a command type procedure also there. So you can just run the procedure if you want to do the procedure does not return any value. Okay. So sometimes we use the procedure so to return the value. Okay. So for example, the procedure, if you write the procedure, create procedure. Okay. So update company, update company, right? So at the rate employee name. What is for which employee? There's a nvarchar 255 something. For which company, which employee? What is the new company name? Okay, so that means so they change the company. Okay, so 200. Okay, so as begin end. Okay, so within this so update statements update. So employee. So set company name is equal to at the rate company name. That is a at the new company name, and where employee name is equal to at the rate employee name. So this is a one procedure. So we are creating the procedure here. So we will call this procedure. Okay, so procedure from the input. For example, here this is a as it is a query. Okay, I'm just asking the procedure uh, at the rate. Okay, first thing is like so. First thing is a employee name, emp and employer name, comma. Next is a new organization. Okay. See here is the new names. Okay. Employee EMP name. So you have to give the what is the name of the employee and organization. Okay. Organization. Okay. So for example, here directly I'm just giving So okay, so here I'm just giving you like a so BBC or company name is a new BBC PVT Ltd, right? So something like that. Employee name is like a so I'm just directly giving you without variables. So Kavya company is a Next-Gen Technologies, but Kavya just try here for Kavya update. Okay, update through the procedures you have to change. Okay, you have to change this text to the procedures, otherwise it won't work. Okay, because so you can run okay, sorry, so what happened, this is not updated. Okay, this is not updated. Okay, okay, so procedure name again, write down procedure name at the rate emp comma at the rate org, organization org. Okay, so it's a emp org. Yes. Yeah, org is a BBC PVT Ltd, and employee is a copyright. Okay, so let us run the bot from the procedures we're just updating. So I'm just running here. Kavya is a next-gen technologies, and let us see so whether it will update from the UiPath to the procedure. Calling the procedure, a procedure will update the statement. So later they ask, yeah, so it is asking any number, but we give the hard-coded values. Okay, so I'm not giving any values here. Uh, what happened? She could not find the store procedure. Okay, update company. Update. Okay, so let us see. Here, update company. Let us try in this way. Employee, new company. This side you can give the variables. Okay. Uh, Meanwhile, we'll just search here. So whether the procedures, new procedure came or not. Update company key. If you want to update, you can just see what is there inside the invalid object name employee. Okay, so so we'll do one thing. So we'll just try to run here. So if you just try to run here, exec this one and the yeah, that is the first one and hello. So try to run here. So whether it is executing or not, it is executing. The issue is with the employee procedure itself. Employee. Okay. So now alter the procedure. Okay. Alter the procedure. Okay. Alter the procedure. Okay. After that, try to execute here or let us try from here. Okay. Remove this one. Remove this one. Okay. Okay, so we saw the execute query, execute query, execute non-query in the sense that is a old names actually. So execute run query and run command. Run query is for select, run command is for the insert delete update. Okay, so both has a text as well as a procedure command type. Text is a query directly writing here, and procedure is a procedure name. Okay, so now for the procedure you don't need to you can pass the parameters from the parameter panel. Okay, uh, yeah. Okay, so invalid object employee. Okay. Invalid object run command, invalid object employee. Okay, so here try invalid object employee. Update table, update employee. What is the problem? So you can just suggest, okay. ELO is missing. Okay. Let us try from the this one. Okay. So right now, what is the data of the Kavya? Okay. So let us see. Almost we reached to the end in a few minutes. Yeah, the bot executed successfully. Right now, Kavya is a next gen technologies, right? So let me run the okay, BBC Private Limited. It is coming from the UiPath. Here we give the parameter like it's a BBC Private Limited in the parameter side. So hard coded values. Here you can give the this one you can get. So now, so set transaction is a so something like a we saw the bank account, right? So begin transaction, rework, right? So this and all. So what will happen? So whatever the things you are doing here, so run commands are these things and all run commands. Okay. Okay. And this is a procedure. So we're just passing the for Kavya only. The another it is a run command, perfectly run right. So here is like so Google PVT Google LLC. Okay. So we are again changing the Kavya Google LLC. So let us see this one and another run command. I'm just using. Okay. Here I'm just give the existing here in the properties existing connection record. So what will happen? So whatever that we saw last time, right? So there is a transaction based. Okay? Begin transaction, right? Begin transaction, end transaction, revoke and commit transaction, right? So that particular kind of yeah, this one, okay. So begin transaction update. So whenever it is not updated, so even though it is updated the value, so it will roll back. Okay, the same thing it will we'll see here. Okay, so we can use such kind of thing. Kavya BBC Private Limited. Okay, so one run command is a success. Just imagine. So here it is something like a failure. Okay, so at name at okay something so some statement it will so execute. Okay, so start transaction is a one block. Okay, so where you are writing the multiple activities. So within this whole activities, any activities failing, what it will do, it will roll back all the activities uh, from the starting. Okay. So see here. So this is a activity is a this activity is success. That is a we are updating the Kavya's record into the Google LLC. Okay. But what happened? This once this activity is executed means it is updated in the database. But here it is failed. Okay. Here it is failed. Okay. So but we are in the set start transactions. For example, so let it fail and coming outside. Uh, what happened? So if I just run and check the query. Kavya is a still a BBC Private Limited, not converted into the something Google LLC. So even though, so what happens? So this executed and it is converted, it is updated the Kavya's record into the Google LLC. But here it is failed. That's why the whole thing, the whole block is roll back. Roll back means undo. So before whatever undo the transactions from the database. Okay. So that is all activities. Okay, so almost we're done. Okay, so summary. So initially we explained about, learned about the database and database and okay DBMS. That's a DBMS. That's a crude operations, and SQL, that is a structured query language, so where language interact with the database. DML commands, so DDL commands, there's a create, alter, drop, truncate, and DML commands, that is a select, okay, insert, update, delete, right? So any doubts in this class 3 hours session? Oh, yeah, so there is a much more rename is also there. So there's a lot of things, but I just in these 3 hours. So Surinder, in these 3 hours, whatever we are able to cover, so I covered like so primary key, foreign key, unique. Okay, so there is a much more. So you can just learn default. Okay, okay. So it's like a so. Usually it takes months. Okay, no, multiple days. Okay, so but yeah, so I covered so whatever the from basic to little bit other means so advanced, like a group by wildcard characters and or distinct these things and all. Let us yeah, so we just use the UiPath activities to interact with the things. So any more doubts? Yeah, sure. So link you next session. Yeah, next Sunday. Yeah, so I will update you in the group. So if you are interested, you can register like this. So I hope. So what do you feel about this? Yeah. So I hope so you got some database kind of commands and some knowledge. Okay. So definitely this 3 hour session helped. I think. Okay. So. Okay, so next we will concentrate on the something like a link queue and the API. So I will let you know in the group. So whenever yeah this kind of sessions comes, so definitely I promise I will give you the best out of the knowledge. Okay. Yeah, you can directly. So whenever you got any I mean so doubts and all, so you'll directly message to me directly to the WhatsApp directly to me. Okay, so I will solve your doubts. Okay. And also the class recordings, whatever this class recording. Okay, so I will give you into the private YouTube video. So you registered for the emails, right? So whenever you want access, so I will give access to that particular email IDs. If you are not getting the access, just ping me in the WhatsApp. Okay. Okay, and also bots DNA. So something like a bots DNA has a multiple projects. You can just try it out using the UiPath. See, so these are all the multiple projects. So you can try. So these are with the sample code, and you can download the PDFs to do the sample use cases. Multiple use cases, more than 20 use cases are there. So to practice what you learned in the UiPath. And also, you can just have the YouTube bots DNA channel. YouTube, if you go to the YouTube and type bots DNA, we have a channel bots DNA channel. So this bots DNA channel, like a bots DNA, if you type the bots DNA, this channel will come. So this bots DNA channel has the playlist. So it is like a, so you can join as a member. There is a monthly membership it will ask. So for members, so you have a special courses like a, so if you see the UiPath Specialist Telugu 3.0, almost it has uh, 30 classes are there. If you see the 30 classes are there, still it is going on. So what I'm going to cover is like, so this is a 40 plus topics. All these topics are I'm going to cover into that particular class. I'm going to start the English UiPath Specialist course also with the same topics. So I will let you know in the WhatsApp so you can join for that also. It is a UiPath Specialist course where uh, basic non-technical level to the expert level. Okay. So advanced things including with the A Center, Action Center, A Center, integrated services, document understanding, so multiple things are there. Okay, so yeah, please subscribe in this channel, and also if you want to join, you can join into that particular YouTube What's channel. Okay, so there's a you get the membership benefits. Okay, okay. Yeah. So thank you very much. The common entry questions, which I said, right? So the common entry questions they will ask. So what activities you use for the UiPath to connect to the database, and and also what they will ask like, so what is the difference between the run command and run query? So this is one common question. In the database, they will definitely ask. So what is the difference between the truncate and delete commands and primary key and foreign key? So if it this knowledge is yeah, as I can say these 3 hours knowledge is more enough. Okay, so you can just it's like a, so you can something like a, you can practice and keep the into the your resumes like a, so having the database experience and also database. Let's try to do some database projects, a little bit projects like a, so based on this knowledge, and we can keep in the resume. So thank you very much. So have a great weekend. So we'll see in the next special class. So I will update you in the group. Okay. Thank you very much for your all your support and all your interests and join. Okay. Registrations. It's really helped me a lot. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye bye.